And that's mainly because I think people are so focused on skills. Like, I need to learn this, I need to learn that, and do that. You're going to end up learning 10,000 things if you don't know what your calling is, if you don't know what your purpose is. So we've just angled our education side of things to say, let's first learn what you are here to do on earth. What is your calling?
You're from nothing to something journey story. How does it look like?
Yeah, and I knew you were going to ask that question,
Yes.
and it's such a difficult one because nobody would ever confess that I was once nothing. Nobody wants to believe that about themselves. Prayer is going to put you in the right places, and believing in God is going to put you in the right places. And yeah, all these things will come. We're struggling a lot in becoming leaders of our households. And the main reason is because we are detached from God.
Don't you ever give up.
Hello, everyone. Ninjani Makaya. I hope everyone is good, man. Serati Nating up your studio, ne? Guys, welcome back to my podcast, From Nothing to Something podcast, man. Like I always say, guys, today is not a solo episode. I'm not rolling solo. We've got a guest in our studio.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, man, this type of a guest is someone who reached out to us, and said he wants to be on the show.
Yes.
But it's not even the first one. But it's the first time I mentioned that. So I have to mention this. Every time someone comes and they're requested to come on the show, I have to mention.
Yeah.
To encourage our viewers and who are interested to come so that they can come. They can see that, okay.
Yeah,
it's not
you
always
can ask
there.
to come.
Yes, you can ask to come and we make it happen.
Yes.
Because I always request people to come on the show.
Yeah.
To feel free to come on the show,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, man. With that being said, guys, like I said, first things first, let me introduce myself because before I go.
It's your podcast.
Sometimes I forget, I get excited, and then I forget to introduce myself, man.
Yeah.
Igama Anele Sokapasi, aka Utais, Utamabeg. Inja game, inja MP.
Inja MP.
Okabatia, Upunyo Gabampete, they know.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you have to catch up.
Yeah, no, I'm with you already. Inja MP.
Sure, Okabatia, yeah, man, like we said, guys, we have a guest episode today. And let me tell you the name of our guest today, right? Our guest name is Bohlali Maholane.
Yeah.
Bohlali.
Yes.
Bohlali, yes, which means wisdom, guys.
100%.
I've got you guys in PE. In PE, I've got you.
Yeah, now you're reaching into Limpopo now. Yeah, Limpopo, no.
Bohlali means wisdom, man.
Yes.
AKA Bomek.
Yes.
Right? As you guys know him on Instagram, his other name is Bomek.
Yes.
Let me give you guys his profile, but before I do that, firstly, man, let me thank you for reaching out to us and seeing the value, man.
Yeah.
In
Thank
what we
you,
do,
man. Yeah.
and wanting to make the contribution. Most importantly, you are not just sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You decided to come forward and say, "Hey, man, this is a great platform for me to, put my fingerprint on it."
Thank
right?
you, man. Thank you for accepting our wanting to come here. Thank you for accepting us and receiving us so well.
Sure, man. Sure. I don't refuse, guys. Yeah, man. So let me give you guys the profile of my guest, right? It's quite an impressive one. First of all, I hope I don't butcher it. First of all, is a producer. Is it a producer at Ekklesia Works?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Ne?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to make a mistake. So that's first things first. He's a producer, right? At Ekklesia Works, which is your company.
Yes, it's a media company.
It's a media company.
Yes,
okay, good to know. And he's also a TV and filmer. I just woke up.
At the beginning, you said it. Man.
I said it.
We must warm up.
I said it. Okay, sorry about that. So he's also a TV and film director.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
He's also a musician.
Yes.
What kind of musician? Before I continue.
So I'm a musician that's here to change narratives,
Okay.
So I'm not necessarily stuck in one genre. I'm a storyteller that uses music.
Okay,
So whatever story there is, I will tell it
the way
according to what genre it is. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Sure.
Please remind me, we'll get to that. Because
Okay,
I don't
sure.
have a question about music yet.
Okay, cool.
We'll get to that. All right. He's also a speaker on AI and purpose-driven creativity.
Yeah.
Lastly, what I like the most, he says he's a kingdom ambassador. And you know how I feel about that, which is I also call myself a kingdom ambassador.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
I can relate to you on that level. All right, man. Before we continue, man, I would like our guest now to kindly introduce himself and let us know, man, where he grew up, just briefly.
Cool. So firstly, thank you once again, man, for having us. I think I'm with my partner here, Neo.
Yes.
We do business together, and he's the one that you've been communicating with. And I'm also with my nephew as well, who's
Yes.
also
Oh, he's
Neo.
pointing.
Yeah, he's like, yo, me too.
Don't forget me.
Yeah. I just want to correct you there where you said, we wanted to come and sit here and speak with you. I think on our side, it was more of a need basis. We realized we needed to come to a platform like what you have because of
Wow.
the journey that we are taking right now.
Okay.
But I guess we will get into that as we speak
yes.
about it. But thank you for the introduction. My name is Buhlale Magolane, also known as Bomac. And Bomac comes from my name and surname. So Bo, shortened from Buhlale.
That's
and then Mac
creative. I
is-
thought you were creative.
Yeah, I'm a
already.
creative. I have to do
Yes,
that.
now I said it makes
You know?
sense. Bo Mac, yes.
Yeah, and we try to do that so that we can also reach the international markets. If it's
man.
difficult for someone in France to say
pronounce.
Buhlale, then they can say Bo, and
Just
Bo also
easy.
means beautiful in French.
I get today. Punchline after punchline. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I'm gonna keep quiet most of the time I can see. I'm gonna have to keep quiet.
That's the last punchline.
So.
But I was born in Palabora in Limpopo.
All right.
I'm 34 years old. I'm turning 35 this year.
Wow.
And I was born in Palabora. I grew up there until 2010. 2010, I moved to Johannesburg for varsity. I went to University of Johannesburg. And just the backstory about where I come from. I've always been doing music from primary school, grade 6, grade 7. I was performing on stage. I was recording songs with a tape recorder where I'd have to have 2 radios and play the beat from one radio and then press record on a cassette on another one. So I used to make music like that. Growing up in it's a small town in Limpopo, very nice town as well. Afrikaans town, growing up there, you weren't exposed to a lot of things in terms of what is possible and what is open.
Sorry, I missed the town. Which town in Limpopo again?
Palabora.
Palabora. Oh,
Yeah.
Palabora. Oh, you said
yeah.
Palabora.
And a lot of
Sorry,
people don't know
sorry,
Palabora
sorry.
because it's not. You don't go through Palabora to go on your. It's at the end. so it's on the border gate of Mozambique,
Oh, okay.
Kruger National Park.
No, I've never been there.
Yeah. So I never saw music as a career path or something that I would always do, or entertainment. You either go into engineering because it's a mining town, or you go into tourism because there's the Kruger National Park, or you become an accountant and all of those things. Coming to Joburg 2010 was a very mind-blowing thing because I saw people that I saw on TV sitting next to where I'm sitting, and this is what they do every day. I'm like, so you just go to studio and you record and then you release the song and then you make money and then you can do it again.
Sure.
So I was balancing doing marketing at UJ and actually now chasing after this thing of making music, and from the music I met guys who are film producers as well, and the one guy was like, let's go to my film set today, let's not record today, I just want to show you what happens there. I went there on that day. It was season 5 of Lockdown. It's called Lockdown, the show. It's a show about women in prison.
Oh, I know that show.
That was
Manda N.
Yeah, Manda N. Yeah.
Production, yeah.
Sorry. So that's where I went to a film set for my first time. And I started following Mandla N around, and he taught me the ropes. And that was in 2019. I started off as an assistant director. and you know, now I'm a film director. I'm a TV and film director.
Fully fledged.
Fully fledged. You know, I direct on SABC2 now, a show called Pimville. So, you know, that was just my short journey. Everything around that, you know, I'm a sportsman as well. I enjoy doing team sports.
Which sports?
So I played hockey.
Okay.
I still do play hockey, and now I play paddle, and a bit of tennis here and there. I play soccer. Obviously, disc is in our blood.
Oh, okay.
You know, we grew up playing soccer in the streets, and then now at least we can go to Discovery Park, my five-a-side. You know, so I think that's just my background. I come from a family of 7. There's 7 of us.
Sure.
At home.
Family almost.
Yeah, very very big family. I've got 3 brothers, 3 sisters.
And your number?
Number 6.
Number 6.
So I've got one younger sister.
Almost last born like me. Almost.
Mara, it counts because I'm the last boy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many boys? How many girls?
So I've got 3 brothers and 3 sisters. So there's 4 boys and 3 of the sisters.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that's one of the best gifts from God and from my parents is to have siblings. You know, because there are certain mistakes that they've made on my behalf. I didn't have to go and make them. But another thing where the kind of person God made me is He made me the kind of person that wants to go and make that mistake by myself. Even though you've seen it, you know, you want to go and experiment. It's like telling a child that no, the stove is hot, don't touch it. A child will still go. You know, but you know, everything that a lot of things that I've learned, my compassion, my maturity, my kindness, and all of that stuff really just comes from the siblings that have raised me. You know, so. While I'm here, I want to say thank you to them.
No, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
So tell me about the music. When does the music bug bites you? While you were still in Limpopo before you come this side, or during your varsity days at UJ? When does this one strike you?
It bit me from primary school.
Oh, from primary. Oh,
because we were at home. We were singing already. We were singing together. We'd always sing together and all of that stuff. So I might even be the worst singer in my family. I'm just the one that does it professionally.
The only one.
Yeah. But everyone else is in corporate and some media spaces. But nobody is actually a singer at home. But we're all actually singers when we're together.
You form a little choir there.
Yeah, so we can form, and that's why I say it was good to grow up in that family, because we can form a choir, a soccer team, a film set, you know, because there's so many of us. If we want to play soccer, there's enough to play soccer, you know.
I've noticed that you also rap.
Yes. So I started with rapping.
You started rapping, okay.
Yeah, you know, rapping is the one.
Yeah, I'm a hip hop head. That's why I noticed this one. So before we go into that stuff, we can talk about that stuff towards the end. Ne?
Cool.
So let's go into our first question, and thank you again for coming here, man.
Thank you.
So the first interesting thing I noticed when I went to your Instagram, it was the Ekklesia Works.
Yes, yeah.
Right, when you say you're a producer at Ekklesia Works.
Yeah.
And that immediately, you know, captured me, you know. So it's such an interesting name because it's a familiar name, right?
Yes.
So then I went to ask myself, what inspired that name? So I wanted to ask you now, what inspired you to name your company after that name, and what does it mean for people maybe who don't know?
Yeah.
Now I have a clue, and I hope that's the clue you're going to tell us about, right?
Yeah.
So what inspired that kind of a name?
So, you know, once again, this is the reason why I said we felt that we needed to come here and speak to you, is because of what our mission is as Ekklesia Works. So Ekklesia is an ancient Greek word. And in those times, it was more of a political movement. It's the called upon assembly.
Yes.
So it's an assembly of people that are called upon to roll out a certain mission,
yes,
right? To affect culture as well, to cause changes in society, right? As time went on, the coming of Jesus, going forward, Jesus used the word Ekklesia a lot when he spoke about his group of chosen people. So even his disciples were part of his Ekklesia that would move with him and affect the culture.
Correct.
And that's why, we started this company called Ekklesia Works, because that's the works that we want to do. We want to affect the culture today. want to affect society today, and to move it away from the secular way of life, because a lot of things on media today are very misrepresenting of who Jesus was and what Jesus was here to do. You know, so the most common name or that people would know Ekklesia from is Ecclesiastes. There's the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible.
Yes.
And you know, so we are looking at it more from the angle of the called upon people that are coming to cause a change in what we thought is normal and right and good. And we are doing that through media. We're doing that through movies. We're doing it through music.
Wow.
We're doing it through all kinds of art and entertainment, you know. So I think in summary, that's what we're about.
And this reminds me of what Jesus said to his disciples. Now, as he was heading back to heaven, now go into the world.
The big word is go.
Go
Yes.
into the, which is exactly what
Yes.
you are doing.
Yeah.
And hopefully what I'm trying to do also, you
Yeah.
know, we
Yeah.
are trying to penetrate, right?
Yeah.
Go into the world,
Yeah.
not run away from the world.
Yeah, and I'm happy you're saying that, because a lot of what, when we go to church today, what they tell us is, you have to do right so you can go to heaven.
Yes.
And going to heaven is not what Jesus
It's not the mandate.
wanted to teach us.
Yes. Let the kingdom come.
Let the
Yes.
kingdom come. Yeah, you
Yes.
know, so we need to live kingdom life here on earth. And we need to sell the kingdom here on earth, not sell going to heaven.
Yes, my spokesperson today. Exactly.
Yeah, so we're
Yes.
trying to show the lifestyle of what being a kingdom ambassador is on earth, what it means.
Yes.
And I'm sure, like, as we go on, I'll tell you more about
Yes,
what
sir.
it actually means for us.
For us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, my next question, man, is you said, okay, your work in through Ekklesia works. It's not just about skill alone.
Yeah.
It's about a calling.
Yes.
Can you just elaborate on that also?
Yeah, it's about a calling. And that's mainly because I think people are so focused on skills. Like, I need to learn this, I need to learn that, and do that. You're going to end up learning 10,000 things if you don't know what your calling is, if you don't know what your purpose is. You know, so we've just angled our education side of things to say, let's first learn what you are here to do on earth. What is your calling? What does
Discover your
God?
purpose.
Yeah, discover your purpose. What does God need from you? When God brought you to earth, He already put those things inside of you. You know, so your skills are sort of already inside of you. You need to find out what to do with them. You know, so with purpose as a foundation, then you can learn any skill and work towards what you're building towards. You know, instead of just coming in and teaching skills, I might be teaching a skill that is not necessary for you. You know what I mean? Because your purpose is not aligned with that skill. So
Not your strength, even.
not your strength. You know, just like a fish. It doesn't need to learn to swim. You throw it in the water and it swims.
Wow.
I'm not going to try teach a fish how to fly, because that's not what it's here to do.
It's something you were born with.
Exactly.
You don't get taught this thing.
Yeah, like a seed supposed to become a plant. Nobody has to teach it. Right environment is what's necessary. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's important, Renabo, because I'm glad that you said that you're not just teaching the skill, but you combine it with discovering the purpose.
100%.
And then you can decide, that individual can decide now what is best suited for them.
Yeah.
Because why it's important, Renabo, because a lot of people, some people, they don't even know why they're here.
Yeah, that's the number one question. I mean, a lot of
They're not even
prominent
interested
people,
to find out.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
live through life.
Yeah, man, and there's no peace there. You'll never find rest if you're just living. No matter how much money you make, how many people you know, you're never gonna find
Fulfillment.
That fulfillment. Yeah,
We're gonna go back to that purpose thing. I've got a question for the purpose.
Cool.
Right. So my next question for you is: your career is so multifaceted, right? You're a musician, like you said. You're a director, you're a producer.
Yeah.
But before all of this success, I want you to take us back to the beginning of your journey.
yeah.
The name of the show is From Nothing to Something.
Yes.
And I named it like that for a reason.
Yes.
So what does that look like for you? You're from nothing to something journey story. How does it look like?
Yeah, and I knew you were going to ask that question, you know,
Yes.
and it's such a difficult one because nobody would ever confess that I was once nothing. Nobody wants to believe that about themselves, you know, so it's a very hard question to answer, but you have to be honest with yourself. And I'll tell you that from my beginning, I had, like you're saying, I do all of these things. I do music. I love film. I do media and art. I didn't know why. I didn't know what for, and I also didn't know, because I come from a Christian family. Making music looked like I have to be in the nightclubs and I have to live a certain kind of lifestyle and be seen with certain people and do certain things, So that was my nothing. That confusion of how can I be a famous musician and still not offend God? You know what I mean? That was the difficult part.
I'm listening.
And it's taken so long, that's why I say to you that sometimes I'm the kind of person to have to go and make those mistakes myself. Even though your parents can tell you nightlife is dangerous, I have to go and see it for myself, and it's because I'm a musician, and the biggest stars of that time are saying, let's go. And I want to be in their position. So I have to live like them. I have to consume what they consume.
Life is the best teacher sometimes,
Exactly, and that took a long time, from 2010 until maybe around 2019. So 9 or 10 years of me not realizing that I'm nothing, because I'm doing nothing. I have all of these skills, these talents, and I'm doing nothing with them. So the COVID time, and shortly after that, there was a big transition because I was forced to be alone. I was forced to sit by myself, forced to stay at home, not go out and do all of these things. And I think that's where God took the opportunity to speak to this person and say, listen, the reason you have these skills is so that you can glorify me, and so that you can teach others, and so that you can live a kingdom life, You don't have to sing gospel music to glorify me. You can still sing, baby, I love you. And still do it in a godly way.
Yes, with a swag.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't have to be boring and a pastor wearing a suit and stuff to be a kingdom ambassador, So that was the turnaround for me to become something. That's when I realized, firstly, who my creator is. That's what I got taught during COVID and just after COVID. Once you know who your creator is, then you're going to know what you're here to do. You know what I mean? You just need to acknowledge why he made you. And he tells you that I made you to be a king. I made you to do this. I made you to... So then that means that's who I am.
Yes.
So I need to start seeing myself in that light. And he says, I made you to be like me. And when you think about who he is, he's a creator. Naturally, he's creative.
Naturally.
He made the mountains, he made the moon, he made the stars, the galaxies. So he's very creative. So that means there's nothing that I can't create. I don't believe that there's something that's difficult for me to create. So even now when I go into studio and my voice is crackling, I know it's not my responsibility to fix this voice because of what I'm singing about. It's God's responsibility, and that is where my something comes in, because now I know I'm doing something. The movies that I make sure that there's a message that is representing the kingdom of God in there. The songs that I make sure there's a message that's representing that. And I don't look to people anymore. I don't look at how many Instagram likes it's gotten. I don't look at, is this celebrity reposting my stuff? My audience is one.
No more clout.
Clout, thank you. That's the word, So there's a lot of peace that comes with becoming something, and it's you only become something once you know who you are and who made you and why he made you. Once you start acknowledging that, you don't chase around people. You don't chase around things. Like Noah can tell you, he just sends emails and the right ones will respond. We're not going to go and chase people now. We're not going to go and say, we have to get on that platform. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And that's why you responded to say, yeah, come through, guys.
The right ones.
The right ones responded,
Yes.
Yeah, so you save yourself a lot
And just like that, I didn't waste time. You remember? I saw the email at night, and then I just quickly responded to this one because I had 1 week before the recording of this episode.
Yeah.
It reached to me like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks is a lot.
Yeah.
A week left.
And
quickly.
Yeah, and our conversations on the side was, this is an important interview. You know what I mean? It's not the biggest one that everybody knows, but this is an important one.
Necessary one.
Necessary one. So that's how something becomes of nothing. You know what I mean? I hope I explained that well.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so not having direction is my nothing. I didn't have direction. I was going there, just trying to find, why do I have this gift?
You remind me now, because we have 2 Neos in the studio. You remind me, Bo, of what Dr. Miles said. The devil can make you do a good thing, but is it the right thing for you to do now?
Yeah,
That's
you'll
the
be
question.
distracted with
You
good
are
things.
distracted. As long as when are you saying, what I'm doing, is feeding my family, or I'm not going to jail, I'm not offending anyone, no,
Yeah.
whatever. But is it suiting God? Is it pleasing God?
Yes.
And what's right?
Yes.
It's something that pleases God.
Exactly.
That's the right thing. That's the only right
Exactly.
thing.
You can
if it
be-
pleases
you can
God,
be
that's the right thing.
distracted with
If
doing
it's
the-
not, I
yeah.
don't care. Even if you're not, it's not illegal or whatever the case.
Yes.
He said,
Yes.
but are you doing the right thing?
Yes.
Because
You have
the
to be
devil,
intentional.
he said the devil is very good at distracting you
Yes.
from, sometimes it doesn't want you to do the bad thing.
Yes.
That can land you in jail, that
Yes.
can land you, rape someone or do things of that
Yes.
nature. No. He can just make you distract you, just to, go to that job that
Yes.
doesn't really glorify God.
Yes.
Just to keep you busy.
Yes. Yes.
At least I have a car. At
Yes.
least I have a house. At least I can feed my kids. That's a good thing.
Yes.
But is it the right thing? Is it
Yes.
effective, this thing now?
Exactly. Thank you for mentioning that, because
Yes.
that's also what Ekklesia works is about, is to get people out of being so focused on doing good things and saying, I'm going to work, I'm doing my job, I'm feeding my family, I'm doing all of that.
Yes.
And I don't swear, I don't steal, I don't
All
do
good
that.
and well.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, but now are you pursuing your
Are
purpose?
you affecting the world?
Are you changing? Yes.
Because
Are
this
you-
thing is outward, not
Exactly.
inward only. It must be
Exactly.
outward.
And it's everybody's responsibility. My biggest thing was, but there's billions of us in the world. Surely, if I don't do this, God has somebody else to do it. And I had to change that mindset that, bruh, our hands, mine and yours, are not the same. Our prints are not the same.
Exactly.
Nobody's prints are the same in the world. So that should tell you that everybody has a unique responsibility in the kingdom of God. And if you neglect that,
Life is just about discovering that. Then what is that thing?
Yeah.
What is this right thing that Anel is talking about?
yeah, and it's easy. You know, the thing that keeps you awake every night,
Okay.
the thing that you think about all the time, that
Okay.
you've wanted to
Tell
do
them,
for
tell
a long
them.
time. Yeah, that's how that's how I found my purpose. Is even because I used to be in medical sales, I used to work with surgeons doing operations on humans. And I was just like, okay, I don't have fulfillment with this. You know what I mean? But when I've started thinking the music, even when I'm there in the theaters, I'm thinking about when I go to studio. And I'm here doing
Someone
this.
is dying.
You know what I mean? Someone is dying, and I mean, I'm thinking about writing a song about this, where his spirit is going. So those are the things that haunt you every day, and also the things that upset you that are happening in society, that if poverty upsets you, you see children in the streets hungry.
Told you. I told them, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
those things show you what your purpose is, because when you can feel compassion for a hungry child in the street, and I won't. I'll walk
just
past.
walk past,
You know what I
yes.
mean?
It doesn't
And that
bother
doesn't
you.
mean I'm not a kingdom ambassador.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just not my
Your
thing to
calling.
fix. Yeah, it's just not my calling. It's yours. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
the thing that keeps you awake at night, and the things that you're good at as well. If you're a passionate speaker, then maybe you're supposed to be a public speaker. That's just what it is. It's not difficult for
And
me.
it will
I
come
don't-
natural, man.
It
this
has
thing.
to come naturally. You just need to be still.
What
Just
that
be
does
still.
it.
Yeah, be still and give yourself even a week of just praying and fasting and asking, what do you need from me, God?
Aha, I wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Who do you ask about this if you need to ask anyone? You
Yeah.
don't just go around asking other human beings.
Those people didn't create
no,
you.
who created you,
Yeah,
Joe?
who created you?
Who
Nice
created
car.
you?
You drive a Merc. Do you
Yes.
take it to BMW when there's something wrong with it?
Hey, now you're telling them I'm driving.
They must know. They must know you're a kingdom ambassador. Okay?
Hey, Bo,
They have to- I guess I didn't tell them your number plate.
I know, Bo.
I didn't tell them your number plate.
No, I know, but hey,
let them know he drives a
you are
very nice
right.
Merc.
That's a good example.
you know,
actually. You
and-
don't take a Mercedes to BMW for service.
Exactly.
When it breaks down.
Yeah, so why am I
Yes.
going to ask you
Why you
about
must-
my life?
Exactly.
I have to ask my creator.
And
You
once
know
you
what I mean?
humble yourself,
Yeah.
right, and go into that room, be by yourself, humble yourself. Bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Put your ego on the side and ask him. You don't have to be this church going full-time person and
Yeah.
holy. No. He wants you unholy, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, all
There's
God
people
wants
who
is a
will fool you.
relationship.
There's these people who will fool you and say, you only go to God. Fix yourself first. And then you go to God. No. And then what's the point?
Then
of
Jesus
him
didn't need to come because
then he
Jesus
didn't
came
need to-
for that.
Exactly,
That come as you
bro.
are, you know.
Wow, I don't want to talk too much today. I don't want to. Hey, you're getting me hyped up. Man. Tell us about your work that you did in Eastern Cape, right? Which is my province, my home province.
Okay.
Yes, I was born in PE, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I was in PE. Yeah, I worked in PE.
Yes. So where were you in Eastern Cape, by the way?
In PE.
In PE?
Ekklesia, yeah.
Ekklesia.
I was in Summerstrand. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you spent 2 years there.
Yes.
Doing directing workshops.
Yes.
Right. And now you're pivoting your approach from teaching skills now.
Yes.
To teaching purpose, like you've been saying all
Yes.
this time. What did you see in those young people that made you realize this shift was urgent?
Yeah. You know, it's that I was teaching directing. Why? Why am I teaching directing to people who don't know who they are and what they're here to do? You know, so, you know, it was a good bunch of students for 2 years that we walked on this journey of filmmaking with. But then AI came along.
Okay.
And it became a big question of AI is writing music. AI is doing this. AI is, you know, they're making movies with AI. They can draw you, Anele. You don't need to come to your podcast anymore.
Hey,
AI
they
make
can
you.
clone me.
Yeah, they make you, and they sounds like you, and they write the questions.
The Ace and everything. Hey, everything.
Even better than you. You know?
Okay.
So the questions that started coming stopped being about directing. It wasn't technical questions anymore. It was about who am I now, and my talent and my skill when this AI thing can do what I'm doing.
Same things.
Am I irrelevant now? So that's what brought about my new direction of saying I have to
Yes.
teach these people purpose first, so that they can know that no machine, no nothing can replace what you are here to do. People act like now that AI is here, God is like, Esa,
I need to revise my plan for him.
I think,
and him.
because Umchita gave him the talent to sing, and now machines are singing. What am I gonna do with Bomac now? No, God is not fazed by that. God knew AI would come. You know what I mean? It's His. You know what I mean? So we're trying to teach people that these are just tools.
How
that
to
you
utilize
use.
them.
Yeah, they're tools. Imagine if you know. I call this the Noah's. It had to be Noah. I'm still writing this theory down,
Yeah.
but I'm calling it had to be Noah, because think about Noah and Noah's Ark. It took him about 100 years from when God gave him the message to when he finished the ark,
Building.
to when the flood came. In 100 years, are you telling me that there's no other tools that were developed?
Came along.
Yeah, the tools came along, machines came along that made things easier, more skills. People learned more skills, and it looked like other people were better than Noah at building. But Noah is the one that had to do it. You know what I mean? So no new skill, no new machine is going to change God's purpose for you. It was Noah's job to build the ark. It's Bomac's job to influence the culture. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to teach people is you must never think you're a mistake and irrelevant. You have a unique purpose. And I can't teach you skills before you are comfortable with your unique purpose and with your creator. You know, so that's the foundation of it, because then you're going to start operating from no fear. I have no fear, my brother, if I have to go on stage. Before, I used to be nervous. Now I can tell you. There were some shows I'd cancel 5 minutes before because I'm like, I don't want to perform here.
Wow.
Now I don't fear that because I know it's my job to do this, and I've been given the skills and the resources, the ability, the talent, the gift to do this thing.
Nothing and no one can replace you.
No, it had to be Noah. I think that's what I'm calling it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
You just answered my next question, but so let me jump to this one now. And this is exactly why Dr. Miles Monroe, I listen to a lot of Dr. Miles Monroe, right? He's my mentor. He's the one who's chiseling me.
And imagine he's not even alive anymore.
He's not even alive.
He's mentoring you right now.
This is why legacy is important.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to achieve that by this show, you know, someday, you know, when I'm no longer here, 40 years, 50 years to go, you know.
Yeah.
People maybe will be listening to us.
Yes. Yes.
This is the reason we're doing what we're doing. This thing is going to live on the internet forever.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Thank
so
you
this
for
is
that.
why we need to be mindful of how we live our lives in a responsible way.
Yes. Yeah.
Why we need to manifest these purposes.
100%.
This is the reason why. So he manifested his, Dr. Miles, that is. Now we are manifesting ours now.
Yeah.
So other people are going to look at our stories now.
Yeah, and say, remember that podcast of Anele and Bo, they were talking
That
about?
episode,
Yeah.
that's the one that changed my life.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what Dr. Miles said. He said, time and change are inevitable. The world evolves. You just explained it with the AI. The world evolves and time waits for no man. He said, the best way to deal with these two things that you cannot avoid, right, is to plan for them.
Yes.
Plan your life ahead.
Yes.
What's your take on that statement?
I can never.
You can't avoid them.
Never argue it.
You can't. No billionaire can stop time.
Yes.
No billionaire can say no. Changes will come.
Yes.
Changes will come.
Yeah.
And the best way is to plan. What's your take on that?
I 100% agree with it, man, because that's also what God requires. He says, tell me your plans, even though, yes, it's his plans and his purpose that prospers for you, but God himself is a planner. Like, think about how the becoming of the world was. God didn't just throw things around. He planned it. He said, okay, today I'm doing that.
After
Tomorrow
this
I'm doing
is gonna be this.
After
After
that
this-
is that. Yes. And then, when Adam and Eve, claimed their independence from God, he didn't immediately come back and say, okay, and now I'm bringing Jesus. Planned.
yeah.
He's
He
like, okay,
planned-
let the world go there, let it go there, let it go there. All strategic and planned, So the thing about kingdom thinking is that we must be careful not to become lazy. Be careful not to say, God is doing this. God is No, God wants to know, okay, what's your strategy? What's your plan? What do you want to achieve in this time? And you have to ask him that, God, I'm going to go to Anela's podcast. From this podcast, I'm hoping I can go get an interview at CNN and, and you must say, it's all because of your glory. I want to talk more about you. You know what I mean? So those are the importance of planning. Planning also, even if we don't look at the Bible, I can tell you for me personally, if I wake up in the morning and I don't have a plan, I've got nothing, I'm not going to do anything that day. But if the night before I type, even if it's silly things like go to the dry clean, go to the car wash, go get a haircut, go do this good, that plan already, when I wake up, I'm at peace because I've got a plan that I'm working towards. But just waking up without a plan is a recipe for disaster. You're opening yourself up for anything to happen. Anybody can phone you and say, hey, let's go to where. And because you don't have a plan for that day, you're going to go there. You're going to go there and then...
You go with the wind.
Go with the wind.
And you know what God says? God says, okay, you say, God, you want him to bless you. But he says, to bless what? What? Show me.
Yes, exactly.
What do you want me to... Be specific. What do you want me to bless?
Exactly. How are you going to tell him those things?
Can I give you a simple example? You told them I drive a Mac. Ne?
Yeah.
So now, the car that they know about, the 7-seater that I have, it's no longer enough for my kids because there's 6 of us. So I had to have a 7-seater, right? Which was a dream, a plan, an ambition.
Rocket Kingdom Ambassador, 7-seater now. Yeah.
Sure. Sharp. That's the car that we have. That's a family car. That car now, it's starting to be small. We drove down to Durban, ne? But we couldn't, we had 6 seats and only had one space whereby you put down the 7-seat, right? But we couldn't fit all our bags. There's 6 human beings there. All my kids now are grown.
Yeah.
My 16-year-old is taller than me now. So what I'm saying, we don't fit anymore. I'm coming to the plan. Do you know what I did after coming back from that trip of Durban? This is now in December, in January. I took my whole family to Mercedes dealership in Vereeniging. We don't afford this car, but we went to view a V-Class.
Yeah.
And V-Classes, they come in 8-seaters. I know this. Someone can correct me. They come in 8-seaters minimum. That's the starting point. And also 11-seaters, if I'm not mistaken. We just need 8. God can give us 11 if he wants to.
Yeah.
But you see the initiation of the plan.
Yes.
I took my family and said, okay, let's go to Vereeniging and go view some V-Classes because this seems like this is what we need now.
Yeah.
We don't fit in the 7-seater anymore comfortably. And plus, I like the road trips.
Yeah.
I took my family. God was watching.
Yeah.
We want this car now. Can I tell you, the kids, the kids were blown away, bro. And now the kids have started to pray for this car.
Yeah.
And then my daughter even said to me, if yani shula nina le moto mina ngizayithenga.
I mean, yeah.
10-year-old.
Yeah.
That's the planning you're talking about now. Can you see now I'm planting a seed, not even to us as parents, to the kids. I was planting the seed to the whole family. Guys, let's pray for this car.
So do you think now with what you said that
Yes.
planning is aligned with faith?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Exactly.
100%.
Yes. If I didn't believe that,
Yeah.
plus mnane, I don't worry about the how. It's none of my business.
Yeah.
My business is to wish and
Yes.
plan and want things and ask for things.
Yes.
Because they're already there.
Yes.
The V-Class is already in my path, my brother. That's what
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
That's why I started to feel like it.
What was missing was for you to take the step
to
of
take
faith.
a step
to
and
say,
go
yeah,
there
I
and
believe
walk
that-
into it.
Yes.
And show my kids.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the bank account.
Yeah.
God doesn't look in the bank. You see now, I'm starting now.
But and yeah, it's true. You gave me goosebumps with that because it relates really with everything that I'm saying about I have no fears when I have to do something that is right, when I have to go on stage.
Yes,
I know
sir.
God is in charge of that. Now you know this V-Class is so that I can look after my family and we can travel.
Yes,
God
comfortably.
wants you to have those things.
Plus, I'm a
You
Mac
know?
guy.
Yeah, you know.
So it has to be the V-Class.
Yes.
Cannot be the Handy.
Yeah.
Cannot be a VW.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. Hey, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong
Hey,
with
Mercedes,
that. It's
yeah,
your
sponsor. ne?
it's your preference, and there's
Yes.
nothing wrong with that. You know,
Yes,
King
sir.
David had all the best of things. His
Yes.
clothes were good. His,
So
you know?
I'm just referring to that planning you're talking about.
Yeah.
Plant the seed now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now God is gonna want to bless this thing. I'm showing him, bless this thing. Give us
Yes.
the V-Class.
Yeah.
We need a V-Class now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Planning and faith.
Planning in faith.
Yeah, they
Bro,
go hand
thank
in
you for
hand.
that, man. Now, for the person who's listening right now, as we're speaking, right, what is that one piece of advice you will give them to start their journey of discovering their purpose? I told you we're going to go back to this discovering of the purpose thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, you know, the advice I'd give to everyone that's watching, and I'm only giving this advice because it's my experience. It's
Yes,
how, you know.
Yes, sir.
Firstly, you just need to be honest about where you are in life. And, you know, just realize that, you know, you are not in charge and in control of everything that happens to you and around you, right? Once you can pass that stage, then you're going to ask yourself, then who is responsible for all of these things that are happening to me and happening around me? Who is in charge of all of these things? Once you skip that stage, you'll understand that it's God that's in charge of that. Now you're going to ask God that, okay, now that I'm here in this world and all of these things are happening, can you show me how I fit into it? You know, and you know, doing all of this there's no one way of doing it. There's different ways to communicate with God, you know. But I think just silence is one of the best things. My silence was forced on me by God because of COVID, you know, so I was very blessed for that. But if you do have the ability to force yourself into silence and just sit still and pray 3 times a day, asking for guidance and for clarity and God is always right here. I think that's the only advice I can give to people is God is not far. He's not, you don't have to dig deep to talk to God. God hears your thoughts even, you know, so really meditate on the peace that you're looking for. You know, my advice is to seek peace. And peace doesn't mean you won't have problems.
Yes.
Peace just means even in the problems, you know, you're protected and it's a phase, you're going to go through it, you know. So my advice in finding your purpose is really acknowledging who your creator is. I can't stress that enough.
Yes.
Even for people that are not believers of the Christian religion and all of that, you know, really give yourself that time, give yourself that week and just say, whoever is in charge of the universe, can you show me?
Today, guys.
Yeah, show
guys,
me.
you've never been to church. Go down on your knees, acknowledge him.
Yeah. You
Humility.
don't even have to say God or Jesus for now, your first day. Just say whoever created me. If you hear me, show me something. Give me the strength to do this again tomorrow. I promise you, He's not going to hide himself from you. You know what I mean? And that's how you're going to take now your step into your purpose. So for everybody who is a believer of Jesus and God already, but is not really directional in, that they don't have the fulfillment that, you might be working as a mechanical engineer, but there's something in you that, you need to do, but you don't know what it is.
You can feel it.
You can feel it. Ask God, why am I here? Where do you want me to go? Sometimes your mechanical engineering job is your resource to start your podcast. You know what I mean? So you just need to ask him to show you how to use what you have. You know what I mean?
This leads me to my next question, which says, seek first the kingdom of God. Because trust me, my brother, when you seek him, that's how he reveals himself to you. He's a gentleman, man. He's not going to force himself. He even gave you a free will. If he was not a gentleman, he was not going to give you that free will on how to decide to live your life.
Yes, he was going to force it upon you, like what any other king would do. They would say, these are my rules. He wants a relationship, a genuine one. And that's, when you mentioned that, if I was to say that I have a problem with God, that's my one problem with God, where I'm like, God, I wish you didn't give us humans free will. Because siyamosha with this free will, the reason Adam and Eve were able to, to disobey God was because God loved them so much and gave them free will. He's like, look, man, I'm saying don't eat that tree.
But as an advice.
Just advice,
I think he gave us that free will so that we can think, because we had a thinking up capacity. We had his potential. We were made from him. And so he knew that we are capable.
He wanted to show us
so he didn't want to control
love.
Us. He didn't have to control us.
It's genuine love. He wants us to be with him out of our own will. He can't. He doesn't want to force us to love him. Sorry, I think we're off track.
No. We're right on it. No, we're right on it. And he says, the first thing.
Yes. That reminded me.
The first thing your life should be about.
Can we break down to the viewers what seek? When he says seek.
Go ahead. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything shall be given to you. Your platform.
I will use this example to say, let's say you're a single man and there's this girl that you like.
Okay.
You want to marry her. She doesn't even know about you. You don't know about her, but you've seen her. What do you do to get her attention? What do you do to get to speak to her? That's it's the smallest and stupidest example I can use to explain to you what seek means. You dream about her. In the morning when you wake up, you check her Instagram.
Obsession.
You know that at 3 o'clock, she's jogging down the street. So you're Puma now, where you want to see her. And then you want to gain the courage now to go and speak to her. And then you want to ask her, what is it? What do you do for a living? Where can I take you out to lunch? Where can I, that is the kind of, when you want to seek the kingdom, you need to really go in. And the resources are there.
With all your
the
heart.
Bible is there. Seek, go into there. Seek also means speak to people that know about this girl. You're going to speak to her friend and say,
is she dating someone?
Yeah, is she with someone?
Someone?
Finding information everywhere that you can. You know what I mean?
Funny enough, that information will eventually come to you.
Oh, it will come to you, my brother. Yeah, it will come to you.
Because you're looking for it.
You're looking for it. And the difference between God and this girl is that this girl doesn't know about you. God knows about you and he wants you to seek him.
He was waiting for you to seek him, actually.
Exactly. He's going to reveal himself. He's going to reveal himself. So, that's what we talk about when we say seek the kingdom of God, is really just finding out about this king and why, he wants to know me, go deep into that. And that's what I was saying about peace. Once you have that, all these things come to you. V-Class is coming.
Yes, on the grand. It's on the grand. Guys, he has to come here for part 2. Part 2 is gonna tell you
that you picked me up. You're gonna send the driver to fetch me in the V-Class.
So you are saying I must just focus on this path.
Yeah.
Everything else, the V-Class that I'm looking for, that double-story house with the home theater, My marriage also will also be in line.
Man,
Yeah.
100%.
My kids are gonna be well taken care of when they grow
100%.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, as much as I'm their parent, but God will take care of them out and will protect them.
You'll never manage your kids without God, man.
Actually, my legacy is intact.
Yeah, that's what He promises you. You know what I mean? That's all that it's about. There's so much peace in even like it's you don't seek and then you find Him and then
The fulfillment is there.
It's your daily life.
No depression. It doesn't mean that you are exempted from problems.
Yeah.
But you don't get to a point where you are depressed.
Yes. You learn the art of not going to do things yourself. You don't have to overextend yourself for things. Prayer is going to put you in the right places, and believing in God is going to put you in the right places. And all these things will come. So, I really wish that for everybody, man. I really wish that people can go on this journey, because it will fix a lot of our problems. You know what I mean? The other day, the film industry, has been on social media about the inequalities and the exploitation that comes with the film industry. So, they've put together a movement, which I fully support, and they've gone to strike in Cape Town and at the union buildings in Pretoria to raise their voice to the government, and I appreciate that so much. I just wish that we can do the same and do it now, calling God into it. Because yes, God demands action, but there's so many things happening wrong in our country right now. It's not only the film industry. And all we need to know is that everybody just needs to come to God, and things will work out right. Because that's how God built the world and built us humans, is to be dependent on Him. Can I give you an example? I'm sorry to offer.
No. Go ahead.
But
It's
this
your show.
is mainly addressing the issue of relationships and men and women. Right? I think today we're men. We're struggling a lot in becoming leaders of our households. And the main reason is because we are detached from God, right? So as men, even though, yes, we are Christians and all of that, we seek advice from our parents, from our dads. So I'm going to go ask my dad that, Dad, how do I work out this marriage thing? Because, you guys seemed to have done it right. But, it's different now. My wife is making more money than me. How do I show that I'm a man? And because my dad on his side is like, no, back in the day, I was the one with the money. So my wife knew I bring the food. I mean, I bring the money and then she turns it into food. So she takes care of the household. We had a good understanding. But now I'm saying, I'm not the breadwinner. How do I show that I'm a man?
Still.
How do I still be a man when my wife is making more money than me? Or if I'm not making any money at all?
Yes.
How do I show I'm a man? I'm going to beat her. I'm going to use my hand to show that I'm a man. So that's where we have the confusion now. The only constant here is being under the authority of God and under Jesus. That's the only constant that will change from 30 years ago to today to tomorrow. Is if your principles are that of Jesus Christ, then, every situation that you get into, whether you're at work, whether you're in a relationship with your wife, all of that, you will know who you are and what your role is. No matter how much money your wife is making, you are still a provider, because you are feeding her spiritually. You are leading your family, and you're leading by being led. It's like the story of the centurion that he said, I'm also a man under authority. So you can't lead somebody or lead a family if Jesus is not your leader. Yeah, because otherwise it means you make the rules. Well, now who are you to make the rules to say, I'm allowed to beat my wife, I'm allowed to do this, If you are under the authority of Jesus, you know that this is how I need to treat my wife. She's also the body of Christ. So I need to respect her. You know what I mean? And she's a product that God made. Before I deal with this product, I need to read the manual. You know that. I need to read the manual about what a human is.
Yes.
A human is made in the image of God. So you want to beat up somebody that's made in the image of God. Why? Because you've moved out of the authority of God. You know what I mean? Eden, the Garden of Eden, there's no place in the Bible or even in geography where they say this is Eden, it's next to Israel.
Tangible.
It's not. Eden is the presence of God. In that moment, in that time, in that place is the presence of God. So when Adam and Eve left Eden, they left the authority of God. So what happened? Their very next children murdered each other. What happened after Abel and Cain murdered each other? There was, all because moved out of us.
So we need to go back to the presence. That's what
always be in Eden. Always be in Eden, and you'll be in the right place. Because you have to be in alignment with God the whole time. Spirit, you're a spirit. God is a spirit. You have to have that connection all the time.
My brother, thank you for that. Can I just add? This is why Dr. Miles, I'm quoting, hey, I'm hope now he's proud. He's like proud, yeah.
He wants in the Bahamas,
yes. Bro, this is exactly what he said and what he meant. He said, what God wants with us, there's two things to us. We have to be kings. We are kings, right? And we are also priests. So there's a king side to me.
Yeah.
The king side is the executive side,
yeah.
right? Which is you are that engineer.
Yes.
You are that doctor. You are that nurse, that teacher. This thing, your career, this thing that you're about,
yes.
right? To create your own dominion
yes.
on earth.
Yeah.
That's the king side, the rulership side. Whatever you are dominating,
yes,
whatever field, that's who you are.
Yes.
And that's godly.
Yes.
God is not going to the church.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, you give God Sunday, and then now you go back to this life that I don't know what is this thing
yes.
about. No, that's God is interested from that Monday. What are
yes.
you doing with your life from that Monday? So that's the king side.
Yeah.
Where we go wrong and where we went wrong, when a Bomek, we lost touch with the priesthood side, which is staying connected to God through the Holy Spirit.
100%.
This is why now you end up being this doctor, being this successful doctor or successful lawyer or an accountant or chartered accountant, you're earning this money. But jiggy, we find out that you are beating your wife at home, which is exactly what you said. Because you've lost your priesthood side.
Yes. Yes. Which is what brings the connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of these things, they make up you, whether you're a woman or you are a man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's straightforward. Injar.
Did I say it correctly?
100%.
So you need both.
Yes.
You cannot say, no, I'm just going to pursue my career, accumulate more degrees, honors, masters. That's all good. That's godly. Do the works, vele. But do not forget the priesthood side.
Yeah.
Because the priesthood side is something that is to do with your morals.
Yes.
It's going to be there to make sure that if you're a businessman, you are not scamming people.
Yes, exactly.
It gives you that conscience.
Yeah, yeah.
That is why a lot of people are heartless nowadays.
Yo, bruh. It's hectic what's happening in the world. And, that's why we're here as Ekklesia Works. I want to say now to everybody that whatever industry you're in, whatever industry you're gifted in, God wants you there. God wants you there because he's given you that skill.
That's your church, actually. That's your church.
That's your church.
Not that building you call church on Sunday. That is your church. Your career is your church. And he says, go there. When he says go into the world, he's saying go there and influence them.
Exactly.
How are they going to know that you are a kingdom ambassador? He said, they will see the fruits of your life, man. They will just see you. You don't have to show up in a uniform that I go to such and such church. Exactly. No, they say through your lifestyle, man.
Exactly. The way you talk to people.
The way you talk to people.
The compassion you show for people.
Yes.
So you have to
the competence that you show at work, the diligence.
Yes.
That's what's godly.
Exactly. You don't have to go preach at the
No,
office.
you don't show up with your Bible. The kingdom is so subtle.
Yes.
By the time they realize it, it's already inside.
Exactly.
Bro, I work in Saudi. Let's go in now. I work in Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You know there are Muslims there, right?
Yes.
So while I'm doing this podcast, I'm working there. No, I don't preach Jesus. I'm not even allowed to do that.
Yeah.
It's a law.
Yeah.
You don't say Jesus. That's fine. And I respect that.
Yeah.
So you'll never find me don't.
Yeah.
But can I tell you, there are a few of my colleagues, I won't mention their names. Hey, bro, you are different.
What do you do that's different? Why are you so? How do you come happy every day?
I like you. You are different, man. Not just because you're from South Africa, because it's a mixture of, nationalities there.
Yeah.
All over the world. But they say, you are different. I didn't say anything about Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, they know now about the podcast. But even before that, it's the fruits of the Spirit.
Exactly.
It's how I treat them as colleagues. It's how I do my work. Also, the work that I'm doing, my executive side.
Yes.
Praising God.
Yeah.
I'm not working for Saudi Aramco, the company.
Yeah.
I am working for God in that company.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't think that wherever you are going, you say, hey, let me slow down, man.
Yeah, no, you have to be there and you have to go in. Like you're saying, you have to keep doing it. Because you're affecting people's lives.
Yes, that
just
job
by
you're
the way
going
you
to.
are.
You're going there to pray. By you doing your job very well, you're praising God.
Yeah.
You're thinking God, you're servicing God is going to some church, some building,
No.
and then you are done with Him.
No,
it's the works that you are doing in this world, bro.
Exactly.
But now, guys, I'm appealing with you. Do not lose your priesthood side.
Yes.
Because that's where your principles now, your morals and your values, are situated.
That's the ambassador side. You know, when you're an ambassador, you behave in a certain way.
I ate up a lot of your time. Can we go quickly now?
Sure.
I wanted to ask you also, what does legacy mean to Bomek, and how do you want us to remember you?
Legacy is everything, and I'd like for people to remember me as somebody that came from nothing to something. You know, to the imperfection of it. I think a lot of the times people think people are perfect. When you see Dr. Miles Monroe, you know, you see somebody that's perfect. But you know, I want to be very honest about where I come from and what the lifestyle that I lived to the lifestyle I live today.
Yes.
I do wish that becomes something that people can draw inspiration from. But I do want to push the leadership legacy. You know, I really want people to understand that they are all leaders. We are all leaders. Wherever we go, whatever industry we are, even if you're a teacher, you're a leader to those children. When, you know, wherever you work, you're a leader. And it's because our Creator is a leader. So we have it in ourselves. So the legacy I'd want to leave is just for people to identify with their Creator and their purpose is what I want to bring. I want people to remember me to have done that for the youth in my time.
Beautiful, man. Lastly, before we go, because our time is almost up, actually it's up. Finally, where can people find out more about your work and your mission of Ekklesia Works?
So social media at BO_MAQ and at Ekklesia, EKKLESIA. Ekklesia Works is where you can find me. And on these podcasts, something to nothing to something. Every other podcast I'm going to be doing, every other interview we're going to be doing. Just follow on the socials and you'll be able to catch up with us there.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Together in prayer. Also.
Man. Thank you so much, my brother. I truly enjoyed today's episode, man.
No,
but before we go, because like I said, our time is up. Normally we give our guest some smaller nyana token of appreciation for coming to the show, man. Yeah, man.
You see, you're not just a podcast presenter or a mechanical engineer. You know, now you're putting clothes on my back. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, the pens.
So cool.
Those are the pens.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And yes, this is my swag.
Hey,
this is my
my swag.
Yeah, I just got dressed for your podcast. I should have known that, this is the stuff you make. I was going to come relaxed,
No, thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much, man.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode, man.
Bruh, we'll talk about doing...
and we need to do a part 2. I think we need to do a part 2, me and you.
Yeah.
Because somehow I started to feel it and it took some of your time. But we need to do a part 2.
Yeah,
sometime.
I'll be back.
Yes, you need to be back.
Yeah,
no,
pick
you have
me up
to
in
be
the V class.
Yeah. Guys, he said it, right? I received my brother. Guys, we've come to the end of our episode, right? And thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope that you've learned a lot today. This is not the first guy, actually. Let me not ruin it. This guy was my spokesperson today. That's why I was so hyped up, guys. Yeah. He touched the right buttons, right? And I'm sorry for taking over at times, but hey, man. So, guys, before I ruin it, it's time for us to go now. From nothing to something, baby. Let's get it.